it's now or it's never, and I've got to make my decision. This time it could be my moment. Is this a mirage or just to fulfill my mission? I'm giving the balance, but I'm standing on razor's edge now. Move quick, all my life is over. One strike just pain, then I'm out of his field of vision. Don't ask if I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike him down now. I just saw the new stars, there's no time for indecision. A river in a dry land, Asia, in a lost head. Try to run me through, hold on, think again. Don't you know what you're starting? But you sure we got the clue how bad this we go. Don't you know, no more art. And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy winds go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done, but the time it hit you, you're not surprised. Think you got your game planned out. Do a deal, get 'em 2 steps ahead, yeah. So step into my way, stand out. It's a trap, one more step, and you're dead. Why just a bit a second ago? Clear blue skies, but now lightning struck your last result. It's not an accident that no one hears your cries as your last dream seems to deserve. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done, but the time it hit you, you're not surprised. I'm coming.
Hello everyone. I'm gonna resize this window because we're gonna do a lot of Discord viewing today. How's it going? We are on the very last leg of the 1024 challenge entries. So for those who don't know, first of all, thank you for stopping, everyone. But for those who don't know what we're doing today, I held the challenge last month, the 1024 challenge, where we went over the limitations of having a character model with 1024 triangles or less, or a texture map, as well as a texture map with 1024 pixels or less. So that was the precipice of the 1024 challenge. We've already looked over in 2 previous streams entries received on Blue Sky. Then we went over entries received on Twitter. And today, which is the final leg of this challenge, we are going to look over entries received on Discord. So we've done Blue Sky, we've done Twitter. Now it's time to do our final stretch of this challenge. Challenges entries rather, over on Discord. And this is probably the biggest one. I'm gonna do my absolute best to get through these today, but we'll see. We'll see how that's going. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining, Ashton. Thank you. Hello, Sketchy. Hello, Starburster. Hello, Elias. Hello, Dakota. Hello. Hello, Knock. Hello, Zerexter. Hello, Not Random Studios. Welcome, Prime Master. hello, Noblish. I hope that's how you pronounce your name, Noblish. Hello, Elmer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, that is the plan for today. I might have to... Honestly, didn't really have time to do this before the stream. My bad. But man, Discord is annoying. Is it gonna do that for every entry when I click in like that? Let me resize this a little bit. I think if we do it like this, that'll probably be fine. Yeah, I'll resize it a little bit more. There we go. So, for those who don't know, we have a public Discord server, which is what you're looking at right now, the Crash Chord. And there's an amazing community of 3D artists in here, and just 2D artists and awesome people. So if you're interested in joining this server, it's public. I believe there's a link to join it in the description below. But today we're going to be looking at all of these submissions, and this is by far where we got the most submissions. So it's gonna be a busy stream. I'm gonna do my best to get through all submissions today, but we'll see how that goes. And unlike the other submissions, we're probably just gonna go in reverse chronological order. Hello, Gumi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, without further ado, we're gonna start with this first submission here by Zeta, because the other thing to understand about these Discord submissions is that, man, there's some crazy gems in here. I'm almost disappointed some of you people who submitted in Discord didn't submit elsewhere, because there's some incredible stuff we're going to look at today for this final leg of the stream. So without further ado, let's get right into it with this submission by Zeta, which is, I believe this is an original character and also original concept art, if I'm remembering correctly, which is amazing because this looks fantastic. This is an awesome concept art. Where's the 3D model? Uh-oh. Is it here? No. Darn. Well, in any case, I'm pretty sure there's a texture map right here, so... maybe I'll scroll up a little bit. That was by Zeta. I'm not gonna have time to do this for all of these, unfortunately. No, I don't think so. Darn. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that for all of these today, but this is a very cool submission by Zeta. Very cool stuff. And due to our time limitations, I'm not going to be able to dig through the channel to find each and every submission, because there were some inconsistencies for what people submitted versus what actually got here. But that's fine. We're going to, yeah, I'll try search from you, right? You are absolutely correct. Good point. Art. All right. We'll try. We're not going to be able to do this for everyone, but from Zeta. Uh-oh. Man. Technical difficulties. From... Oh man, Discord doesn't want to work today. Has pinned. Man, it doesn't want to. From command doesn't want to work. As before. Oh well, okay. So sorry about that, Zeta. We're not actually going to be able to see your 3D model today, which sucks. But hopefully this will eventually, because some people have suggested making this stream become a monthly thing, which I actually think is a really good idea. So we'll have to just look at that at another date. You're just going to have to accept that in advance, people. There's going to be some inconsistencies for what was posted in the challenge chat and submitted there versus what was actually in the submissions chat, because if I spent my day scrolling through everything in the challenge chat, it would actually take like 3 different streams. So yeah, we're going to just keep going here. So sorry if you aren't going to get all of your models seen today. But unfortunately, that is just the reality of how this is set up. This challenge was a huge learning experience. Many things are going to have to be done differently next year, and it's completely it's a big learning experience. But we're going to keep going here. We're going to keep the pace up by looking at the submission by Mahmoud114, which is really cool. I love the texturing here. I love the 3D model. I love the hair. I love the antlers. Super, super cool stuff. So yeah, very cool submission there by Mahmoud. And then this one, okay, so I believe they mentioned in the chat, this was by Medio Mark. I believe they mentioned in the chat that this was not a finished model, but they wanted to submit something anyway. I would have loved to see this submitted. That would have been amazing. But alas, it just did not work out, unfortunately. But man, that's so fun. I would have loved to see the finalized like textures on the big boss. It's awesome. Then we have this submission. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank goodness. All right. Okay, that is okay. So we don't have to do that either way. All right, fantastic. So I see people pointing this on the chat. Thank you, everyone. So this is we'll get back to this, but this is what Zeta's actual 3D model looked like, and look at the texturing here. That is just fantastic, fantastic stuff. Look at that. That looks amazing. That is amazing submission by Zeta. Very, very cool stuff. And you get the breakdown right here of how many tries it has. It's fantastic. That looks awesome. What a cool character design. I love the colors and texturing here. That's so cool. And then the other downside of this Discord submission format for a stream like this is we don't really get too much context behind what went into it, or the person who submitted it, unfortunately, other than their name. But that's fine. That's totally fine for now. Because what you lost with context in Discord, you definitely gained with convenience, you know. So super cool submission by Zeta there. Next up, we have this submission by Frenzy JL16. And something else to keep in mind for everyone who's just tuning into the stream now is this is the absolute last submissions we got. So if some of these look like, for example, Big Boss here, where they're not 100% done maybe, that is probably because people were crunching to get it done and just couldn't get it finished in time, but wanted to submit something, which is totally valid. I like seeing that kind of stuff. So nothing wrong with that, but just so you all have context, if you see a model that seems a little unfinished at this part of the process, it's probably because people kind of just ran out of time for submission deadline reasons. But this looks awesome. Super, super cool. I wish we could see the other half of her here because this texturing looks amazing. It looks really, really clean. And look how good this turnaround drawing is. That's a great, I love how much detail there is in this turnaround. I love how the hair looks too. Look at the colors there. And all the little detailing in the hands and the clothes here. I really, really like how this looks. That's a super cool submission. I like this goofy face right here too. That's fun. Very cool stuff. By Frenzy there. Awesome. That's me. I was rushing to get something submitted. I see. Yeah, I think a lot of people towards the end of this challenge, which we're going to see in clear detail very soon here, we're just really trying to get something submitted before they ran out of time. We looked at this last time. It's amazing, but we won't look at it again. But this is a wonderful submission here. There's another one by Mamund114. This is super cool too. Very cool texturing. Super cool stuff. Love that. I like the little texturing details on the cape as well there. That's fun. That's a cool submission there. I like how all the back is detailed as well. That's fun. Very fun submission there by Mamund. Next up, we have a submission by Lids Mode. I'm gonna hope I'm not butchering your name there. But Lids Mode also did a submission here of their knight character. I'm gonna say their knight. They might be like a paladin. That might not be correct. But this looks super, super good. I like the texturing on the armor there. You can see the breakdown of the actual UVs, the UV texture here, which is awesome. Super, super cool. Very cool. And I love how the hair looks too. That's such a fun hairstyle. I actually wish we could, and they might have submitted this above somewhere, but I would love to see the 360 view of this character as well, because it looks like there's some detail in the texture I don't actually see on the model. So turnaround would be awesome, but still, very cool submission there. Super cool stuff. And here's another, this is just a screenshot. Yeah, this one we looked at earlier, but super cool stuff. This one, I remember this one. This one is by Chiptech, which I don't believe we looked at yet, if I'm remembering correctly. But this is a super fun character, and I really like the, I have to assume this either, yeah, I think this is like an inverted hull outline on the character there, which is really cool. You don't see that technique super often, but is that an inverted hull? Because you also get it here. I don't know, but I don't know exactly how that was accomplished, but it's a really cool little look here for a character to give him like a little outline like that. That's super cool. So awesome submission there by Chiptech. Again, would love to see a turnaround, but then again, a lot of these people probably did try to submit such things, and it just didn't work out because submitting on Discord is a little bit more difficult than a social media platform, but still, very cool stuff there. So now we have this submission right here by Yellow Mouse, and we gotta go fast today because there's so many submissions to get through. So if I'm going quick here, that is why. But we have this wonderful submission here by Yellow Mouse. Look at this character; it's so cute, super cute character design. Very simple texturing, but I love it. Turned out very, very cute. I love this. I love this like giant choker they have. I'm assuming that's what that is, or like a scarf or something. I think it's a choker, but super cute character design. I love how this turned out. I love the three-phase expression as well, and the hat, and the hair too. I really like how this turned out. So awesome submission there by Yellow Mouse. Next up, we have this submission by, oh gosh, Grobling. I'm gonna say Grobling. So if I'm mispronouncing your name, I'm so sorry. But this is super, super cool. I love how much storytelling we have in this character design. I love this belt design and the coat as well, like flaring off the side of the body there. And the texturing right there in the shirt. And this giant like eye helmet thing. Combined with the scythe. That's so fun. What a fun character design this is. And we get the side view here as well. You can see all the detailing on the hand is like completely textured too. You love to see it. You love to see it. And this back view as well. Very, very cool. Super, super cool. I would love to make something, but I'm still learning. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I don't want anyone to rush to feel like they gotta submit something for a challenge like this, you know? We're all going at our own pace here. And let's be honest, this is definitely like a intermediate to advanced challenge at best. It is not easy to make your own character model. And that's something I've really tried to emphasize in general last stream is like, it is so hard to make these character models. This is not easy stuff. So the fact that people are able to go through this process where they're making a character concept, then they're 3D modeling that concept, then they're UVing it, then they're texturing it, and they're rigging it and potentially even animating it after all that, like that is not easy stuff. That is a hard skill set to learn, but super cool submission here. Love to see that. Very, very cool. Next up, we have our submission by Kosoku? I believe that's your name, Kosoku. And look at this. Super fun texturing here. It reminds me of Aiko. Does anyone get Aiko vibes from this? I definitely get Aiko vibes, but like with baggier clothing. It's cool. I like that a lot. I like the chunky shoes as well, and how baggy these clothes are. That's super fun. Super fun look. Yeah, super cool submission here by Kosoku. And we can even see the texture turnaround there. Cool. All right, moving straight onward. This is a submission by what do you? I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce your name. Love the Big Pant. Hell yeah, we all love Big Pant in this household. But this submission is by What Do You? And this one, I have to admit, this is so cool. Because let's be honest, if this was just a Transformer Robot Mode submission, that'd be pretty freaking cool, right? Like that, to me, that's so cool. But not only is it a transformer, but it's a fully functional transformer in under 1024 triangles with a 1024 texture. That's crazy to me. This is my brother for a final assignment in college had to make a transformer before. Not had to, chose to make a transformer for an assignment. And making that stuff like accurate and actually functional, like look how clean this looks. That is incredible, incredible stuff. Amazing, amazing stuff. And look how clean the textures look on this. Like, amazing. That's so sick. So, so cool. I absolutely love this submission. It's so insanely cool. So, amazing submission here. Not only is it like fully transformable, but all of these submissions are like fully animated as well with those super clean textures. So huge shout out for like figuring out the engineering work of making that possible, because that's amazing stuff. And the texturing definitely reminds me of like G1. This is fantastic, fantastic stuff. I would have loved to see the UV map of what this looks like, actually, now that I think about it. That'd be super cool to see. But still, amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. They got the touch, they got the power. So true, Time. So true. So true. But yeah, we looked at this one last time. Oh, I don't think we saw this. But yeah, we love this submission. Adorable belt, adorable character design. It's so, so cute. Look at this. It's dangerous to go alone, take this, which you can't even read because of how I have this cropped. There we go. Super cute. Super, super cute character design. Wonderful submission. The transformation animation is crazy. Yeah, this is unbelievably cool. So, great submissions here. I like. Oh yeah, I don't think this was online either. Love getting more of a 3D breakdown of this character. That's awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Oh, we do get a... Okay, see? This is exactly what I was asking for earlier. Perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, this character model turned out super cool. I love this hair. The braids. That's so cool. I like how they're posed here as well, so they're asymmetric like that. So cool. Very, very cool. Final result here. Very cool. You love to see it. See, here's the other problem with Discord submissions is sometimes they just do this. To no fault of anyone who submitted them, or even like the bot itself, Discord just does not like loading sometimes. So we're gonna do this and hope that refreshes it. Potentially open another tab. It may just not load. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like those aren't loading, sadly. So we're gonna keep on scrolling. Sorry about that. I hope this is the one we just got to though, because I can see it's also by Groveling. So hopefully we actually looked at that. But this one is super, super cute and creative. So this is by Nick NYC Nikaya. I'm gonna say Nikaya, even though that might be incorrect. So sorry if that's not how you pronounce your name. But this is their Blender-chan character concept, and look at this. This is, again, I love it when you separate limbs like this in low poly, where they're like each an individual chunk of the character, and it feels like every last inch, again, every inch of this character texture is used. And I am just noticing now, oh my god, they have a donut eyes. Oh my, and there's donuts in the texture! What? Okay, that's sick. That's actually so sick, dude. I didn't even notice that until now. That's so cool. I don't know what's on their shirt though. I'm gonna need someone in the chat to explain that to me. I don't get it. But this is what a lovely character design. I love how these limbs are segmented like this. And so low poly too. It's only 890 tries. I love the shape of, oh my god, I didn't even notice. The shape of the hair is in the shape of the Blender logo. That is peak. That is peak character design. Looked like, because the Blender logo has like the three, I don't know what those are, things coming out of it. And you see that right here. Oh my, that is so peak. That is so good. I wish we could see these alternate facial expressions on the character themselves, but what an amazing, amazing character design here. Love to see it. Super cute. New Blender mascot. Honestly, yeah, that's so cool. Look at the shoes too. Look at that. They're like so detailed. That's awesome. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic submission there by, I'm gonna say Nikaya. No, that might be incorrect. Sorry if that's incorrect. We looked at this skeleton guy last stream or the stream before it, but we love this dude. What a fun, silly, but like super effective character design. So cool. He got pant and jacket. There's even the texture sheet. Awesome. We love that submission by Artboy. Very, very cool. I believe we looked at this last stream when we're going through Twitter submissions, but you get the wireframe on this one by Morgan. Super cool. Super cool stuff. Here's Starburster's submission, which I believe, yeah, we looked at this last stream, but super cool stuff. You get to see that idle animation in GIF form. Very cool. Reminds me of a character from Final Fantasy X. I could definitely see that, yeah. For sure. Yellow Band t-shirt. The name Blender was influenced from their song Blender. What? Really? That is such a deep cut. There's so many deep cuts in this character design. The more I'm looking at this one, the more I like it. That's so fun. I'm gonna take a sip of tea though. One moment. That's so cool though. That's such a deep cut, that shirt. I didn't even know that. And I like this like bun they have in their hair. Man, this one is great. I saw this one, honestly, but I did not appreciate all of these details. That's so good. That's so good. What an amazing submission. All right, moving onward. It's a Starburster submission. Very cool stuff. We definitely looked at this one last time, but absolutely phenomenal submission by Chloe Slayer, or Chloe Sailor, my bad. Super cool, amazing colors. The feathers are just out of this world cool, and how they're shaded and set up in low poly like that. That's so cool. This submission is by Potato Crisp? Potato Chisp, I'm gonna say. Look at that character design. That is so cool. So fun. I love the colors. I love this one. Super cool. Awesome stuff. This one, actually, I would have loved to see. I am almost positive we didn't get a turnaround on this one, but I had to like double check this one because it didn't even look like it was low poly. It was so unbelievably detailed. But if you zoom in here, you look at that elbow, that is extremely faceted, right? So this is insanely impressive for like 1024 triangles. What an insanely detailed character model. Would have loved to see like a 360 of this, but I'm sure that I was gonna say like some excuse, but no, this would have been so cool to see more pictures of, because this is an incredible level of texture detail to have at such an insanely low poly count. And I have to wonder, like, things like the chest, like, is this just an illusion of detail and stuff like that? Like, I would have loved to see a wireframe on this, or a turnaround. But either way, amazing stuff by Astra here. That looks phenomenal. Amazing shading going on there. Super cool stuff. Texturing goes a long way. Absolutely Gumi. For sure. So next up, we have the submission by Dems. Sorry, I was reading the chat there, got distracted. Next up, we have the submission by Dems, which we looked at last stream, I believe. Very cool. It's character design. Their character Coco here. Great colors. You'll love to see it. This is Tosi's submission, which we definitely looked at last stream. Phenomenal animation. Love that. Super cool. This one is by Mantiquito, I'm gonna pronounce her name. But this is an awesome character design. I love this. This is juicy. The shading is juicy. It's so nice. The textures and coloring here looks fantastic. It looks so good. I love this giant dead fish they have right here, and their big tail, as well as their like. Everything is so asymmetrical too. It feels so handcrafted. Look at this bucket, by the way. Like everything is at such an angle. It's so stylized. I really love this, and the shading on like this metallic thing right here. That's awesome. That's so cool. What an awesome submission here by Mantiquito, I'm gonna say. And look at the eye. Look how incredibly asymmetric the face and eyes are. So cool, dude. So cool. Very cool stuff. Love the eyes. Love that submission. Fantastic stuff. This one is by Arya, and that is Hoshin Munin. I'm gonna say Munin because I don't remember exactly what her last name is, but this is an awesome submission. Look how much detail you get in the clothing here. All the shading right going on here as well. And again, we get asymmetrical eyes. You'll love to see them. And the hair shading right there is super fun as well. Very cute submission here. I love how the texturing is done. Super cool stuff. By Arya. I'm just noticing all the detailing right here by her stomach as well. Super cool stuff. Very cool submission by Arya. Definitely looked at this one last time by Silent Assassin, but super cool. You love to see it. Love the texturing work here. This one is fantastic. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try to pronounce your name. Shiryu. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I'm so sorry for mispronouncing it. But in any case, this is what I'm talking about. As far as I know, this person has not posted this on social media, or at least I didn't find it. What incredibly professional, amazing work this is. This is outstanding modeling, outstanding texturing, outstanding animation. This looks unbelievably fantastic and so polished. What an incredible submission. Look at these alternate facial expressions down here. You can see the tri-count right there. On both the character and the gun, which is separated. You'd love to see that. I love that kind of a breakdown. And the texture sheet on the bottom left there too. What a fantastic submission. I love how this character's shaded, their face is shaded like that as well. You love to see unusual skin tones like this. One of my favorite character design tropes for sure, but I never get sick of it. This is just awesome stuff. I love how massive their gun is. I love this animation, like this impact frame effect we got going on here. What an awesome submission. Super cool stuff. So yeah, just wanted to highlight this one for sure because it's just super awesome. We definitely checked out this one by Silent Assassin, but very cool stuff. Almost certainly checked out this one as well last stream, but very cool animation, very cool character, and love the texture. I believe we checked out this one as well, but super cool stuff. Same with this one. The gut submission, but super cool stuff. Randomly generated name. Was that what your name on Discord? I don't remember. Or the other social media? I don't know about that. But in any case, this is an amazing submission of Guts from Zerk. This is Megalohorse's submission, and it turned out awesome, of May from Guilty Gear. Awesome texturing, but we checked this out last stream. Maybe the stream before that. This is Dax's lovely submission. And we get it in its uncompressed glory on Discord, which is awesome. And some more posed pictures where you can see a lot more texture detail around the hands and in all the clothing here as well. It just looks awesome, looks so clean. Amazing stuff by Dax as usual. Which I believe we checked out last stream or the stream before, but again, just an amazing submission in general. You love to see it. Super cool. This one is by Frofidor, I believe. And this is such a cool... I believe they specified that the character concept is not theirs. This is fan art, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with fan art for this contest. And this looks unbelievably clean. That is such clean modeling and texturing. I really like the outline shader on here as well. Super, super cool stuff. This is what a cool pick for this low poly art style as well. It just works. There's a very consistent level of texture and detail here. I love the detail on the mask as well behind the character, because you know, not everyone puts in that level of care and detail for the back of their models, but this looks fantastic from every angle too. It looks great from every single angle in this 360 shot here. Super, super cute. Awesome submission here by Frofidor. Very, very cool. We get more breakdowns here of the textures. And there's the original concept right there. Man, they really like took that concept to life though, because yeah, there's references here for sure, but it takes a lot of work to take those references and make them 3D and fully textured like this. So amazing, amazing work. That is an awesome submission. This is Zobi's submission, which we definitely went over already, but amazing stuff. This one is by Jessica Tasso, and this looks awesome. Look at this level of texture painting. I love the use of shadows and shell shading in general. Cell shading, excuse me. And I like how their face is actually like in shadow like that. That's a super fun character design thing. You actually don't see too much in low poly, but that's such a fun trope when you can't see the character's eyes for one reason or the other. And I really like how the clothing here in general looks, and the texture details on all these little different elements on their torso and chest and stuff. Super cool. Very, very cool submission by Jessica, and you can see the wireframe breakdown right there and the UV map. Super cool. Very, very cool stuff. We definitely went over this one, but I believe if I remember correctly, this is their first character model or 3D model ever, which is crazy. Amazing, amazing stuff here. And you can see this full turnaround that is, oh, there we go. Discord messed it up for a second there. Having some tea. Awesome. Super cool stuff. Awesome, awesome stuff. But we already went over that last stream, but very, very cool submission nonetheless. Next up, welcome Jester. You're just on time. No worries, no worries. I just bumped my mic. I'm so sorry. But this one is Aina by OK Dodd. And look how clean this looks. It just looks just like her. I have no feedback. It looks super, super accurate. Super cool submission there. I have not played Dream Barbecue. I have it downloaded. I added it to my library. I bought the supporter pack. I've still not touched it. But I really, really need to, because this looks awesome. Great submission here by OK Dodd. Very, very cool stuff. I like the posing here as well. So it's fully rigged too. Super cool. This submission is by Oddsock, and it is their TV head character, which we might have looked at if I remember correctly, but I'm not entirely sure. But either way, super cool stuff. I love the texture detail on the jacket here and the t-shirt. Super cool stuff indeed. Next up, we have this submission by Andro Brow, which I believe we might have taken a look at already on one of the social media platforms, but I just love how these boots are textured, how the guitar is textured here. This shading style and this like character design in general is so fun. I love the proportions here. I love the texturing. It's awesome. And this is a fun animation. So super cool stuff by Andro. Vegeta! I love this one. This is by Lame Weeb. I love this Vegeta. I absolutely adore how his face looks. It cracks me up. It's awesome. It's so cool. I love this low poly rendition as well. Very cool stuff. Fun texturing. I love the facial expression. It's awesome. Great submission there as well. It's Goku. Oh my god, you're right, Babs. It's Goku. But yeah, great submission. Love that. We definitely looked at this one by Sugar Cookie Addict already, but very cute submission there as well. This one is by Planschi. And this is very fun stuff. Very flat shaded indeed, but hey, it looks cool. It's a great little submission here. I love the texturing work. And I like the chunky design elements like the belt here. This is why I think low poly is such a great way to learn 3D, is because it really forces you to minimize things and make them so big and almost exaggerated, and really forces you to think about design language. So that's super cool stuff. Very cool stuff by Planstier right there. This one is, man, this is so clean. This one's kind of been driving me a little bit insane for the past few months here. Excuse me, the past few weeks here. So maybe someone in the chat can help me out. I have definitely seen this character before. Are they from an existing franchise, or is this an original character? Because I have absolutely seen this character before, but I do not unfortunately know what they're from, if it is like a piece of fan art. Either way though, this is awesome stuff. What a fantastic submission. The texturing here looks phenomenal, and I love how this is presented as well by Christoph. This is awesome stuff. So clean. I love the texturing there in the ears as well as the backside of everything here. Everything is thought out. Everything is fully realized in the textures. That is so cool. All right, Christoph, you got to help me out. You're in the chat. All right, answer my question, please. Is this fan art or an original character? Because I've absolutely seen this before. He's an OC? Okay, I've definitely seen this somewhere. It looks great. Super cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Bunny. We love the Bunny. But yeah, amazing submission here. Wonderful texturing. I love how the hair is shaded. Love how all this shit is shaded. Awesome stuff. So, awesome submission there by Christoph. Next up, we have this submission by Hickory Ivy, which we may have looked at already on a different stream, but super cool stuff. I believe this is a Toho character. You'll love to see it. I love their facial expression. Very cute. And the texturing in general. Super cool stuff. Look at that pose. That's a great pose. And the fully modeled hands as well. That's impressive. Very cool. Super fun presentation as well. Awesome stuff. Next up is this submission by Sadashi. Sadashi, I believe that's how you say your name. Of Task Manager. Now, I'm going to be super honest with you all. I see this is from Deltarune. I don't even know if this is an original character or not, but either way, this looks really cool. Look at this. Look at this animation. Can I zoom in? Okay, sweet. Look at this animation. This is awesome. Like, every character is like in this scene. It looks so good. I love the texturing and color choices here as well. Very cool stuff. So someone in the chat is gonna have to tell me if this is an OC or not, because I actually don't know. But in any case, I love this UV map as well, by the way, where it's just all the stuff they need in the top left, and then just Astolfo and Pina Astolfo. That's a bold move. You're really playing into my interest with this one, but you know what? I gotta hit you with the thumbs up, because that's kind of based. But yeah, super cool stuff. Very cool submission right there by Sadashi. We definitely looked at this one already, but this is super cool stuff for those who haven't seen it already. Very cool stuff. By Arcacid, I believe is what their name was. But very cool stuff. This one is really cool. Like this Mushroom Cat character, I love how this turned out. This is such clean shading, such a clean character design. It's so cute, it's so simple. And again, we don't really see too many creature submissions, so you love to see it when there are some. Look at the shading in the eyes there as well. How they're like glistening like that. That's so cool. And the ears as well. It's so cute. So cute. Very cool stuff. It's an actual enemy in Deltarune? Alright, sweet, thank you. It's a new one though? Got it. Wow, just joined my submission. Is there? Awesome. Welcome, Simon. Welcome. Very cool. But yes, I love how this turned out. I love the texturing on the paws as well. What a cool design. What a cool submission. Love that one by Evelyn. Very cool stuff. Submission here. This one's awesome. Look at this presentation. It's so good. So clean. We get to see the texture map at the bottom left. How many verts, edges, triangles, everything. Very nice, clean layout here. Very, very well presented. Submission here by Hamada. And you get to see the individual renders as well. Super cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. And for those who might just be joining now, this is a public Discord server, so if you want to join it, the link will be in the description below this video. But yeah, very cool submission by Evelyn. Very, very cool submission here by, whoopsie, by Hamada. Very, very clean stuff. I love that. Turned out awesome. So next up, we have the submission by Gryffindor. I don't know what this character is called, but they look awesome. And I love this idle animation as well. Very, very cool stuff. I like their like rocket shoes is here. That's cool to see. You'll love to see it. Very cool stuff. Super cool submission here by Gryffindor. We're gonna keep on trucking because we are not even close to done yet. This submission is by Lunch. Right? Lunch. Yep, that is their name. Look at this clown. Look at this clown. But seriously, this is awesome. Great character design. I love the, again, asymmetric details and designs like this are always so fun. I love these ridiculously poofy pants as well. That's so fun. And the clown nose as well, and all the different shading details in the hair. Super fun stuff. Do they have Converse on? Yo, they got the Connies. Kind of crazy. But that's awesome. Super cool stuff by Lunch. And I'm gonna take a sip of water before we get to the next one here. One moment. Did I find Astolfo in the task animation? Wait, Astolfo was in it? Hold on. Where? I don't see him. Hold on. I'll look one more time. I'm gonna give myself one more look at this. Where is he? I saw him. He was in the doorway. I saw him. Very nice. I see him now. You'll love to see it. People love hiding Easter eggs in their submissions, I'm noticing. Okay, this one is like, I'll be super honest with you. This has to be one of my absolute favorite submissions. Even outside of Discord, this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal stuff. This is by Verloc, and it's 3 cats on top of each other in a trench coat pretending to be one person, and they're like running, and they each have their own individual expression. And oh my god, this is awesome stuff. Like, look at the storytelling, look at the texturing here. Look, it's this pose. This is just so cool. I love the texturing style as well, and how everything is shaded. I think storytelling is a really important detail to try to get right in a character design like this. And the moment you see this pose, it's just, you know exactly what's happening here. It's so cute. It's so creative. The art style is incredible. Absolutely, Solinar. Absolutely. This one's crazy. So amazing submission here by Verloc. This is just fantastic stuff. 3 cats in a trench coat? No, you must be mistaken. That's clearly just a human guy. You know what, Ashton? You're right. That's my bad, Ashton. You're right. That's my bad. My fault. But yeah, amazing submission there by Verloc. This is by Evelyn, which we just looked at a second ago, but this is what it looks like without that outline, I believe, but still looks phenomenal. Awesome submission there. We looked at this one last time by Bees, but super cool stuff. This one we did not look at last time, but very fun texturing. Interesting. Is this a transparency effect? Oh, very cool. Is this a Maya model now that I'm looking at it? That's so interesting. I think it is. I think that's how Maya does wireframes. Very cool. I think this is like one of the only Maya submissions, but I used to use Maya. That's how I learned modeling, so I like to see it. And I like this pose and the texturing. Very cool stuff. Very nice breakdown here as well. Super cool stuff. You'll love to see it. Super cool submission there by... Oh, yeah, this person's username is amazing. It's Bahudi Latouche. Bahudi Latouche, that's a great username. You deserve a thumbs up for the username alone, as well as the submission. That's awesome. Then we have a submission by Banishment, where it doesn't look like they're able to get too much texture detail in here, unfortunately, but cool stuff. I like how the modeling was done here. I like how each individual frill in the skirt is modeled like that. That's super fun. And the chunkiness of the shirt and the hair as well. Very cool stuff by Banishment. Next up, we already looked at Ironbeak, but we love Ironbeak in this household. What a cool, cool character design and submission. Super awesome stuff. Then we have Javi's submission, which I believe we've also looked at, but super cool stuff. Look at this. Look at this animation. You'll love to see it. Super cool. Next up, we have this submission by VHS Bunny. And it's clearly a tribute to Astro Boy, and it looks awesome. This is super, super cool stuff. I love the texturing style. I love how in this animation we have like animated jets underneath their feet. That's so fun. And the shading is super cool. And they really nailed that like retro anime aesthetic, especially in the face there. That's super fun. Super fun stuff. Very, very cool stuff by VHS Bunny. We get the full turnaround. This is a great, great breakdown as well. I love that we not only get to see the 2D turnaround, but also the 3D turnaround. That's awesome stuff. Super, super cool stuff. Finally made it to one of these. Hello, welcome, Ribbluna. Welcome. I need to work on my UV mapping. It's so bad. Well, First Ascended, that is probably the hardest part to get right. So go easy on yourself. It's difficult to get a hold of. I believe we looked at this submission last time by Ender Joe Bro. There it is. Very cool stuff. Super cool. You'll love to see it. We definitely looked at this one last time. Very cool stuff. And then this one by Noblish is super cool. I'm blanking on the name of this character. Chat, you're gonna have to help me out. Unless it says it up here, I'm not gonna remember. But this is awesome stuff. Look at all the detailing in the hair up here. Unfortunately, it looks like this person who submitted this might be using the Filmic transform, which is not ideal. And I'm gonna try to show you why in a second here, because every time I do this, at least one person learns this, and I know this is going to be something most of you in the chat know by now, but I think it's incredibly important to repeat this, even if one person learns this. So go to Blender here and go to rendered. This is my Ratsune 3D model, right? And it looks pretty saturated, pretty colorful, right? However, if I go to render, color management down here, then view transform, right? By default, this is not going to be set to standard. My view transform is actually going to be set to Ajax or Filmic, probably Ajax in most people's cases, which if I click on this, my colors become really washed out, right? You can immediately tell like, that's not really what I'm going for in a low poly model like this, because let's be honest, if you're doing a low poly model in this art style, it's going to look, you're going to want the colors to represent what your texturing looks like, right? And the only way to get that one-to-one is to, one, use some kind of emission texture, that helps. But two, and much more importantly, set your view transform to standard in order to get those beautiful bright colors that we all love to see back. So just wanted to quickly drop that in because it looks like for this character, you can see that this is really, really well done. The texturing is fantastic. You get all these shading details, but it looks desaturated. And that is, I am not a mind reader, but I can pretty confidently say at this point, after looking at so many of these, they're probably using Ajax or Filmic color transform, and that their colors probably look a little bit more saturated in the texture itself. So, but you know, that being said, this is still a fantastic submission. That's just a small little technical thing. The texturing here looks awesome. Look at this alternate facial expressions as well. I love to see those animated. That's so awesome. And the eyes are animated separately like that too. Super cool. Very, very cool stuff. Can I head pat the rat? You can. The rat accepts head pats. Do I have a... No, I don't. Oh well. Oh yeah, I forgot I have this one. We should swap off that. That one is too powerful. It's too powerful. She's Fio from Porco Rosso. Oh. Very cool model. Love this one by Noblish. Super, super cool. Noblish. One of those two pronunciations. Super cool stuff. Then we're gonna keep on moving here because this is a submission by Behave, which is a very interesting username. But look at this. This is Coroni from Hololive, obviously. And look at how clean this texturing is on the coat, the chunky shapes. But especially like the head and the hair, that feels so incredibly accurate to the original. That's really, really cool and impressive stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Super, super cool. And we get this wireframe breakdown here as well. Awesome. Oh, are they using... Really? I think they're actually using... That's so interesting. If we look at the wireframe here, they're using transparent textures for the ears. So they can have them rounded off like that without actually using a polygons. That's so smart. You guys are so smart. Holy jamoly, that's so cool. Oh, and on the hair itself, I didn't even see that. That's so cool. So if you're wondering how they got the hair so round, it's because that's a transparent image plane. It's a transparent plane with hair painted on top of it to get that roundness, but keeping the low poly count. That's so cool. Awesome. I only learned about Filmic after submitting. Yeah, no worries, no worries. You're good. I'm glad to teach people about it. Even if no one in this live stream didn't already know about it, but one person watching the VOD learned about it, that's still worth it to me. Yes, and so that's a great submission by Behave. Awesome texturing there. Then we get more images of Oddsock's submission here because they have some animations here that are really, really nice, which we weren't able to look at earlier, but look at that. Super cool stuff. I love how this TV head is animated as well. Man, the blinking eyes, that's fun. That's cool. That's cool as heck. Very cool stuff. Then we get this 360 where we can actually see a lot more texture detail. Like really everything was thought of here, which is really cool. This background is crazy now that I'm looking at it. It's like throwing me through a loop. But yeah, this super cool character model by Oddsock here. And there you get the wireframe. Very cool stuff. My first stab wound. Interesting. Very cool, well-realized character by Oddsock there. Super cool stuff. Then we have our submission here by D3BB. Very cool, a chibi-style character. I love the shading in the eyes there. Super cool stuff. We even have the texture breakdown here. Very nice. And then the actual wireframe. Well, I don't know if that's a wireframe, just like the 3D viewport screenshot. And here's the full breakdown here. We can see the 360 spin around. Awesome stuff. Super cool stuff. And even an idle animation here. I like the shading of the hair too. The soft gradients. That's always fun to see. Super cool stuff by D3BB. We definitely looked at this submission by Jack Ripper already, but awesome stuff. If you have not seen it already. This one right here, I believe, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. This submission, I believe, is Discord exclusive, and it is fantastic. Get Teto Maniacs in the chat. Where are you? I need to see some Teto pairs. I need some pair emojis in the chat immediately. Look at this stuff. So cool. I'm assuming this is Teto. Please actually be Teto. I hope this is not a different character. It looks like Teto. Teto. I'm gonna assume it's Teto. It looks really good either way. But look at this 360. Look at the texturing here. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. So cool. Wonderful, wonderful texturing here. Wonderful, wonderful modeling. So cool. We got the first pair emoji in the chat. We got the first one. Oh, we got the second. Let's go. Let's go. Look at this animation too. And the texturing on the sword. Just fantastic, fantastic stuff. Lovely. And the rigging on this skirt as well. Everything had to be painstakingly rigged there, I'm sure. Looks awesome. And look at the smear effect on the blade as it's getting flung there. Or like swished, rather. That's so cool. So cute. And such a detailed texturing in the hand now that I'm looking at it. That's so interesting. That is incredibly detailed texture work right there. And it's nice and well utilized UV space. Awesome, awesome stuff. By Q Sedilla, I'm gonna say that's how you pronounce her name. Awesome, awesome stuff. This looks absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's Teto. Okay, thank God. Teto has been blowing up lately, Ashton Gray. Hell yeah. We love to see it. I believe we looked at this one last time by Violixer. But this is awesome stuff. Look at this texturing on the eyes and the nose. So cool. Amazing, amazing stuff. Oh yeah, here's Lance Striker. Speaking of Teto, here's Lance Striker's Teto, which they refer to as a joke submission. But you love to see it. You know what? Every Teto is a valid Teto. You'll love to see it. We definitely looked at this one last time, but super cool stuff. This one is by Neozoid. Super fun colors. And I love how the hair is modeled here as well. Like, look at this turnaround. The hair modeling there, super cool. Love the braids. I love the seeming hair vents at the top there. One of my absolute favorite character design tropes. Hair vents. Super, super cool stuff by Neozoid. We got an animation too. So cool. It's fully rigged and everything. Very cool stuff by Neozoid. Wow, all of these submissions are still on the 30th. Holy moly. This one's by King Idea. Now it's Goku. Goku! Very cool stuff. Super cool texturing. King Idea here. Oh, Discord messed up. You even have with and without the top. Super cool stuff. I believe that's called a gi. Super cool stuff. All these breakdowns with the triangle counts and everything too. Very, very fun presentation here. Just 950 tries. 915. Very nice stuff. Very cool. Very cool stuff. And before 3-hour stream, no, I actually can't do that today. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, we looked at this one already, and this one, but super cool stuff. Very cool characters indeed. We looked at this one, I believe, in the first stream. And this model by Rio, but super, super cool stuff. Love how that one turned out. Looked at this one already as well, but super cool stuff. As we did with this one, but super cool as well. I don't know why the model isn't here. It just probably got submitted out of order. It's fine. That's not your fault. This one is fantastic. I don't know if we looked at this one yet, but the texturing on this one and the presentation and background. Look at the way the armor is like textured. How the metallic is like fully realized like that. And it's got this beautiful shading effect on all these metallic surfaces and how they have little chips in them. Like, this is a character design you really feel like there's storytelling that went into this. There's a history behind this character. All these like little tattered pieces and the rusty axe as well. This is so, so cool. And we even have an idle animation as well. I love the background here too. It looks awesome. And the shield as well with all these like chunks taken out of it. Look how cool that looks. I do really like the shading here as well, where you can get this cast shadow from the sword. So fun. By Razik. Yeah. Awesome, awesome stuff here. Just appreciate that texture detail. Super cool stuff. Very, very cool. All right, moving onward. This one is by 3 Zeus. Believe this character is from The World Ends With You, if I remember it correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But this looks awesome. Look at the texturing here. It looks so good. I really like the hat and the face here. All the little details in here and the hair as well. Super, super cool stuff. You can get the breakdown of the texture right there. Very, very cool stuff by 3 Zeus. Awesome, awesome stuff. Rhyme? Okay. Someone in the chat knows. This, yeah, it's super, super cool. Yes, it is. All right, sweet. Very, very cool stuff by 3 Zeus there. Next up, we got ABBA from Guilty Gear. I adore this. I love how this is textured. I love the key guy. I'm forgetting the name of it at the top of my head. But this looks awesome. I love the shoes and how their facial expression looks here. They even have like a full breakdown right here, including idle animations and turnaround, which you love to see. So, so cool. Looks phenomenal. So, so good. I love I just love how the hair looks and all the details in the clothing here. Very well realized submission here by Cootie? Something like that. Sorry if I just completely butchered your name, but in any case, lovely submission, lovely texturing. Love all the details and the wraps and the clothing. Paracelsus? That's their name? That sounds familiar, so I'm gonna take your word for it, Ultra Combo. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. This one is by Zetron, and another super interesting, unique character design. Very fun texturing going on here. We even got some alternate facial expressions. You'll love to see it. Very, very cool stuff. Fun texturing here. I love the shoes. Chonkers right there. Very fun. Very cool stuff by Zetron. Super cool. Gonna keep on schmoovin' because I don't even think we're past the 30th yet, which is crazy. This submission by Jester Blackmage looks phenomenal. I adore the face texturing here. I love the hair as well. This is so, so cool. And like these little stars on the side of the jeans here with like this cut in them. Oh, that's so fun. And the shoes as well. Oh my god, I love how the shoes turned out. That's so, so cool. Awesome, awesome character model by Jester Blackmage here. I love the shading in the hair as well. In the face. That's so fun. Super cool stuff by Jester Blackmage. Love to see that. Next up, we got this submission by Shygug. This is a character from Pokemon I'm totally blanking on the name of, but I'm sure the chat remembers their name. But super cool stuff. This is going to be a large GIF that Discord is not going to like me loading, but I'm going to try to load it anyway. It didn't work. Oh, it did work. Yeah, there we go. So now we get this full turnaround of Shygug's submission. Super cool stuff. I like the texturing in the hair and the face as well. I love how insanely long her hair is. Very, very cool. Super cool stuff by Shygug though. Cynthia, thank you. Thank you, Jester Blackmage. Thank you, thank you. Very cool stuff. This submission is awesome. This is by Oldest House, aka Deadsec Pony. I believe we looked at this one already, but this is a lovely submission. Lovely texturing, lovely detailing on the clothes and the face as well. Awesome, awesome stuff. This looks fantastic. Great design, great texturing. I love how this one turned out. Awesome, awesome submission there. And there's some more breakdowns of Cynthia by Shygug. Very cool stuff. This one's by wait, I lost it. This one's by Sonic. Tricky the Clown with Halo. I like that the with Halo edition. And I love how this texturing looks. Look at the little detailing on their hands there, and like how the bottom side is like the palm, but it's made of rock, and it's all like hand drawn. That's a fun art style, especially the detailing on the skull here. This is so fun looking, and the use of emissions. Super cool stuff. I like the little detailing on the bottom of the legs here. And I just love when you can tell something has hand-drawn textures like this. It's so cool. Look how this left hand looks. That's fun. I don't know if it's going to show up super well on stream, but there's a lot of cool little texturing details here. So awesome submission by Sonic. This one is so cool. I believe when I was reading the challenge chat that this submission by Mossy Z was like one of their first character models, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's so cool. This Gura fan art is so cool. Here we get the full breakdown, including the wireframe and the full texture sheet and everything. And this turned out just so good. Super cute model. Super fun turnaround. I love how this turned out. Awesome submission by Mossy Z. This one is by Z Plays 5. Fun character right here. I like this little briefcase they have. Little details there. Super fun stuff by Mossy. Ooh, didn't you see it? By Z Plays 5. Very cool stuff. Look at that face. Look at that face. Super cool stuff by Z Plays 5. Then we got this submission right here by LionVu77. I'm not entirely sure what this original character is. This is a fun model. Look at this pose. They got some sass going on here. They got some personality. Look at that. Look at those eyes. They mean business. There's another submission right there by LionVu77. And we already looked at this one by Hunter9B. But this is awesome stuff. This one, also, we're finally out of the last day of submissions. Or at least the 30th anyway. This submission right here is by Off-Brand T. This is so cool. I love how chunky these shapes are. I feel like if I blur my eyes, I see Crash Bandicoot here, and I mean that in a very good way, because the colors here are just so good. I'm such a huge sucker for blue and orange as a color scheme, and this just looks awesome. Super cool stuff. Delicious tea. But yeah, super cool submission here by Off-Brand T. I love how the hair looks here. Love how the clothes look. The shoes, awesome stuff. This one is so cool, dude. This is by Beetle Boo. First of all, look at this turnaround drawing. This is such a fascinating shading style and art style in general. So cool, so interesting. Look at the earrings there. If that's what those even are. Either way, it looks awesome, right? And then you actually see this full detailed breakdown, and it's just awesome. Look at all these different facial expressions. What an incredibly unique character design. Look at the shading on the clothes here and on the disc right here. The like multicolored, beautiful look looks awesome. And they have these like alternate facial expressions here as well, which I wish we could see, that are just like so wild looking. This is such an incredibly cool character design. I love the return of the like quote unquote earrings, the mouse earrings, and I just love this rainbow texture coming out of the metallics on here. It just looks phenomenal. Oh, look at the little Clippy! I didn't even see the Clippy last time. That's awesome. That's so cute. Yeah, what an amazingly unique submission here by Beetle Boo. Fantastic design. Super cool stuff. Awesome. This submission is by this is by Mr. Sade 44, and look at this dude. You'll love to see it. He doesn't love to see it. He's very upset. Unlike the cat on his shirt, he's pretty good mood. Interesting choice to screenshot your monitor, though. In the future, I'm pretty sure just snipping tool would be a lot faster, but nonetheless, you'll love to see it. This one is by Ungpi? who I am fairly certain we've looked at before, but just in case we haven't, this is awesome stuff. This is a lovely, lovely character model, lovely texturing. Look how cute this is and so appealing. I love how this is shaded too. It just looks awesome, and the hair shading as well looks phenomenal. Very cute animation work here as well. And get this full breakdown right here of the texture, the wireframe, and just, oh, it looks so good. Looks so good. So an awesome submission here by Ungpi. I love this character design. I love the color choices in general. This is so fun. Such a cute character. And it turned out so clean. So awesome stuff there. We already looked at this one by Lance Stryker, but very cool stuff. This one is by Gay Crocogator? Gay Crocogator? I'm gonna say that's how you say your name. Interesting username. But in any case, this is awesome. This feels like it's straight out of RuneScape. I love how this turned out. I have to wonder if it's actually directly inspired by RuneScape because of how much it reminds me of it, but I'm no RuneScape expert, so I'm no for sure, but lovely submission here. It turned out awesome. And only 512 by 512 texture size. Very cool texturing here. I love how retro inspired it is. I love how the sword turned out. Super cool stuff. Definitely reminds me of RuneScape, but I'm no RuneScape expert, so I can't say for confidently for sure, but awesome stuff right there. Half crocodile, half alligator, all gay. So true, Ashton Gray. This submission right here is awesome. By heck, this is so clean. This shading just looks absolutely phenomenal. I believe this is Chris from Deltarune. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But you get this lovely breakdown showing that the hair is using transparency here once again. Here. Or like hair cards, if you want to call it that. Some people call it that. But this just looks phenomenal. Great use of topology in the hair here. It's so simple, yet so effective. You get all this bending in the joints as well, which lets it animate quite well. And the shading and presentation here is just phenomenal stuff. So this is a lovely submission by Heck. And you get the front view right here. Just looks awesome. So amazing stuff there. We definitely looked at this one, but it's fantastic. Love that submission. Get the front view here. We can really appreciate all the texture details, which looks awesome. Then we got this one, which is Lemon Miku by Rocky Ward. This looks super cute. I believe we looked at that one, but there we go. We have this submission by J Rocks with a Z. And this one is fun because we don't see this texture style where you kind of just have a cartoon face almost plastered on top of a 3D model like this using like transparency. But that's fun. Why not do that? So very fun submission there by J Rocks. This is one of, I believe, 5 submissions that Rails did that turned out phenomenal. Super cool stuff. Awesome texturing. This is Alex, I believe Alex Wonderbrew's submissions here, which we already looked at quite a bit, but these turned out amazing. These turned out so clean. They should definitely be proud of what they did here because this looks fantastic. And these breakdowns are so nice. You get every single facial expression, each character. It's so cool. Amazing breakdowns here. Next up, we got this submission from Beno of Knuckles, and this looks awesome. What a super cool texturing style. Only 900 tries on this. Love the shading. I love the shoes. So cool. This just turned out absolutely fantastic. Look at those giant hands. Super fun model of Knuckles. Amazing stuff by Beno. Super cool stuff. Oh, and Beno's in the chat. Hello, welcome. This submission rules, and I love how this was presented. Super cool stuff. We're gonna keep on going because we are like not even close to time. Next up, we got Trash Games 0192. This really cool looking model. I love how the detailing all the armor here. the face. Super cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Look at the shading here as well. Super cool. Very fun submission there by Trash Games 0192. That could actually go into a legit Sonic game. Absolutely. Super cool stuff. Next up, we have this submission by Cookie Man. Very cool stuff. I love this absolutely gigantic hammer. That is so fun. You love the character design trope of like cute, adorable characters having like a massive hammer, like Amy from Sonic. That's so fun. Very, very cool stuff. Next up, we have this submission right here by Kane Stalwart? Kane Stalwart, I believe. And again, another cool, super fun Knight submission. Love the texturing, love the chainmail in particular. That's so fun. And again, not only is it fully textured, fully modeled, but also fully rigged and animated, which is not easy stuff. And this turned out super, super cool looking. And really do like the texturing here as well. Super fun stuff by Kane. Very cool stuff. I'm going to take another sip of tea here. All right, folks, we're getting there. What do we do if our image is not loading? That is a great question, Cheese Empire. Honestly, you can try to make a thread in submissions here or put it in the challenge chat, but I do have a limited time to go through these. So while I will do my best to look through every submission today, unfortunately, I might not be able to get to all of them, sadly, but I will do my best because there's so many to still get through today. This one is by Snake Arts. Super cute texturing. I love the way this jacket is detailed and the facial expression as well. Super fun stuff. And the hair highlights too. Super fun stuff. On this submission, what kind of tea are we drinking today? This is peppermint tea. Ashton, thank you for asking. It's peppermint tea with honey, more specifically. Because we had a birthday yesterday and I'm still not done moving. So I am wiped and my voice is as well. So sorry if you can hear that. We looked at this last time. Super cool stuff by Jess. Looked at this one last time as well. But super awesome stuff as well here. I believe we looked at this last time as well, the turnaround. But very cool stuff. This one by Male Fictex, I believe. Super cool stuff. Even fully animated and rigged. You'll love to see it. Very cool. Under the triangle limit, including the facial textures and UVs. Super cool stuff. Very cool stuff by Male Fictex. Super neat. Then we already looked at this one. But it's awesome stuff. Very cool stuff. We already looked at that one. Very cool stuff. We already looked at this one, Noctis, by Noctis, but very cool stuff. We already looked at this one, but very cool stuff. As we did with these ones. Check out the previous streams if you've not seen these yet. Same with that. Check out the previous streams if you've not seen this one yet. Keep in mind, everyone, these are all going to be VODed, so you can watch these again later. And the previous two streams are available to watch on this channel right now if you're interested in seeing some more detailed looks at these kind of models that I'm kind of skimming through because we already looked at them in previous streams. This one is by The Monkey, and it looks fantastic. This is a double character submission. And I love how you were able to pose both these characters together. That's so fun. I love the texturing detail on this guy. Love the mask looks. Same with this one. Super cool stuff by The Monkey. Very, very cool stuff. Fun texturing, super fun design. I love seeing like character contrast between sizes like this. Super cool stuff. We already looked at this one. We already looked at this one. We already looked at this one. Oh man, I don't know if we looked at this one. Okay, no, this one is so fun. Maybe we did. Actually, we might have looked at this on Blue Sky. I'm pretty sure we did, actually. We definitely did. But in any case, this like bat pizza delivery person is so good. It's so good. I love how his little hands like, hey, give me the money. But like the texturing and the pizza box, like this is so fun and silly, and I just love it. You could just tell that they were having a great time with this one. Striker, W Striker. Awesome submission here. Super cool. The pizza bat was on Blue Sky? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we did look at this one, but awesome stuff. This one is by The Art of Ash. Very cool goblin submission. I love how the hair looks. That's fun. The face texture as well. Super cool stuff. Super cool stuff. By Ash. You can get this 3D turnaround. Or 360 turnaround even. They're all 3D, Crash. Super cool stuff though by Ash. Very fun little breakdown there. We already looked at this one last stream. Very cool stuff. This is an awesome. We might have actually looked at this up Blue Sky as I recall, but this is a lovely submission. Lovely texturing details. Love the shading here. It's so simple, but it works really well because the design here is so fantastic. Just like, oh, that's so good. Love how this turned out. This is by Fee Ferdin. You get the full breakdown right here, posed and unposed. All the texturing details as well. That's so fun. Love how this character turned out. And I love seeing characters with like multiple arms like this. Another really fun character design thing you don't see too much. Turns out super awesome. So next up, we have this submission by Cosmic Palette, which is adorable. It's so cute. Look at this little breakdown they have where they change between the different facial expressions and the little, we call this the star at the top that's like changing colors. That's so cute. And it's interesting to see how they did that. It was probably just through going through this gradient right here on their UV map, which is super fun. So super cute, adorable submission right here by Cosmic Palette. I love all the details on the dress here. Super fun. Super adorable. I wonder what this total amount of entries is when you take out the repeats. I would love to know that too. I could do that, but it would take forever and need to be done manually. I might do that, Namahage. I might do that. The thing is, I actually did compile all of these Discord entries into a document so I could review them without all the duplicate entries, but unfortunately, the images just didn't load once I returned to it on Notion, or a lot of them. So it kind of just made it not super helpful, and sadly. So that is unfortunate, but at least we have this channel we can view stuff with today. So this one is by Spagooted. And look at this little character. It's so cute. They have a little sword. And then they're fully rigged, fully textured, fully animated, which you'll love to see. And we even got a 360 right here. Awesome stuff. Next up, we got this submission by Polar77. And again, super fun, unique character design here of this, I'm assuming a bee lady. Very cool stuff. They even have a beak. And they got like fishnets on them. And it's like such a fun, interesting character design I haven't quite seen before. And we even get this topology breakdown here. And and there must be using image plans for this. The wings here as well, which you always love to see. I like how they're like casting shadows onto the model as well, how this is fully lit. And you can see the cast shadow from the wing texture, like on the character model itself. That's super cool. Super cool stuff by Polar right there. We definitely looked at this one already, but very cool stuff. This submission is by Coley. Very cool stuff by Coley right there. I love the texturing style. I love how the face turned down. Very clean stuff. And the hair looks awesome, cool too. Look at all the little individual highlighting right there. Super cool stuff. We definitely looked at this one by NK Orange, but look how cute this is. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And there's the full breakdown, but we already looked at this one. Awesome, awesome model by NK Orange. This one is so cute. This is by Culi Loco. And this is adorable. Look at their little hands and like their top and the different facial expressions they have here. I love the hair shading as well on the face. Like the facial expressions are adorable. Look at that. It's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. And you get the full breakdown in Blender like this. I love the super long hair and the cat ears as well. This just turned out actually so cute. What an adorable little character model by Culi Loco. And you get the full UV map right there as well. And all the different facial expressions. Oh, they're so sad. This is so cute. Super fun submission there by Culi Loco. Awesome stuff. This one by Banana Peel. Very cool lanky person model. Fun texturing going on here. You'll love to see it. You even have a animation of them on the ground like this, fully posed, fully rigged, fully textured. Going through the whole process there, which you'd love to see. Their ears are even moving. I wonder what's going on there. There's lore. There's character lore going on here. But yeah, super cool stuff by Banana Peel. You can get the full UV map right there. Next up, we have this submission by Idol Matini of their witch character. And this is, once again, is so cute. I love how the witch broom was done. Very simple, but super cute shading there. I love that. I love how massive their witch hat is. I'm a sucker for witch characters. And this is so simply done, but I like the belt as well. It's super adorable. And the eyes, which look to be fully posable as well, which is awesome. Super cool. Love how the hair looks as well. Super cute submission there by Idol Matini. And there's the T-pose. Very cute stuff. Discord image links are unreliable, sadly. They don't like hot links. Yeah, they really don't. They absolutely do not, Dax. It's really frustrating sometimes. I'm actually gonna, you might hear this. I'm gonna set my desk to standing mode, so you hear a weird buzzing sound right now. That's why. I need some energy for the rest of these submissions. We're gonna try to do this in one take, which is kind of a crazy thing to do. But we're gonna do our best here. All right. Awesome stuff by Idol Matini. Next up, this submission by Softy, which we might have actually looked at already. No, we did. We did look at this. But this is super cool stuff. Very cool character submission right here by Softy. This is by Lance Striker, which we already looked at. But again, very cool stuff. Check out our previous streams if you have not seen this yet. This is by Pingu, which we have also checked out, but it's a lovely submission with awesome facial expressions. And it's so well done. Again, we checked this out in a previous stream. If you've not seen this, but amazing stuff. We also saw these in a previous stream, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. This is the adorable character submission by Love Mother Lyra, second one. And I don't remember if we saw this animation last time, so I'll preview it here. But this looks so cute. It's so well done. Lyra just absolutely killed at this challenge. Amazing character model, amazing animation. Looks so good. But we already looked at that, so we won't spend too much time on it. This one by Vexillin. This is one of the most unique character designs I saw. Where it's like a centaur dragon type character, I believe. If I had to guess. But this looks so good. This looks phenomenal. What an interesting character design. Great texturing. Love to see it. Love to see it. This looks really cool. I love the elf ears and like the horns in the front as well. I just wish we could have seen it rigged, but hey, this looks awesome. I can't complain too much. This turned out really good. By Vexillin. Very cool stuff. This is another one that's just phenomenal. The art style here just looks fantastic. This is by official Solinar. Look at this. This just looks straight out of a PlayStation 2 era game to me. The texturing is so, oh, look at that pose there as well. The fact that the hood can go on and off within the constraints of this triangle budget as well. Like, look at how great that pose is, like that running pose, and the shading here, and the texture work, and the hair, and the face, all the little details in the clothing here. This just looks so good. And this is seems to be fan art, but still absolutely amazing stuff by Solinar. This looks phenomenal. I love like the textured on little details here, like the, I don't know what to call those, but the little rings on their body. Like, this looks so good. And all the detailing on the fists and the gloves, like everything here had to be fully realized. Even the bottom of the coat there is like fully realized in the shoes. So this is a great utilization of UV space and just turned out fantastic. So awesome submission here by Solinar. Very cool stuff. Who's in the chat right now? And they're saying this is the first time creating a hand-painted low poly character. Started teaching myself 3D last year. That is amazing stuff. Your first hand-painted low poly characters turned out amazing stuff. It absolutely rocks, Solinar. So great stuff. Amazing result. This one is by The Man's 22. And we got this cool character right here with the, I really like how the sword is shaded. That's fun. The shapes going on there. Cool stuff. We even got it fully rigged and posed as well, which is not easy, and you love to see it. There's the actual 3D view right there. Very cool stuff by The Man's 22. Very cool. Nice. Next up, we have this submission by Adia of 2B from Nier Automata. And it's fully posed, fully textured, and we even have some lighting here, and just, this looks awesome. Super clean texturing, super clean modeling. This just looks just like the promo render pose of 2B. It looks so good. Amazing stuff going on here. I wonder if they're using transparency right here for the, what would you call that? The sleeves? I'd have to imagine so, but I don't know for sure. Very cool stuff by Adia. Very cool. And we get the full breakdown of the UV map right here as well. Very cool stuff. Awesome. Next up is this wonderful model by, oh, I'm gonna try to pronounce her name, Malviheli. I'm gonna say that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if that's not correct, but this is a fantastic, look at the colors here, all the little details in the texturing work, the shoes, the tail, the hair in particular is like mind-blowing to me. It looks so clean. The eye shading also looks fantastic. The way the entire face is textured, like the color work is so good here. I love this pose. This is awesome stuff. And we even get the full turnaround here. Yo, that's so cool. that front view looks pretty wild. That's awesome. So cool. Yeah, this just looks absolutely phenomenal. Wonderful texturing, wonderful modeling here. This is fantastic stuff. Man, that model really does look different from the side view compared to the front view. But that's so cool. Very cool stuff by Malviheli. If that is pronounced how you pronounce her name. We already looked at this one by Prill previously, so go check out previous streams if you haven't seen this one, because it's fantastic and you should. Really good stuff. The previous submission by Banana Peel, but this time yellow. And a different animation going on here as well. Cool stuff. You'll love to see it. Very cool stuff by Banana Peel. Next up, we have this submission right here by CH4K4. Even a full breakdown of what you're using your UV space for? That's pretty cool. Very cool stuff. Love that. And we have this super cool animation here as well. Motion blur and everything. Awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Look how cool that looks. Super unique, interesting character design going on here. I love how big those sleeves are as well. And how this is like a bowl. It's almost like a, what would you call that? The hips? The bone? The pelvic bone almost, I guess would you say? Reminds me of that, like actual human anatomy. It's pretty cool. And this like idea of using like clock faces, or excuse me, like it's just Roman numerals in the hair. That's cool. That's fun. Very cool stuff right there. We already checked this one out, but go watch the previous streams if you don't know about it. Same with this one. Go check out the previous streams if you don't know about that one. This one is fantastic. This is by Cyvix, right? Cyvix. I'm gonna say Cyvix. This is awesome stuff, dude. This is, look at the colors here. Look at the texturing. It's so, oh, it's so good. I just love how these textures look together. I just love like the color of the skin tone contrasted with the color of the hair. It just looks so good. And the reds as well. Oh, I just absolutely adore the colors here. They look so clean. I absolutely love how this turned out. Look at this facial expression too. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love this pose on the right and this wireframe breakdown as well. Look at these. I love the facial expressions. That one looks so derpy. It's so cute. And I believe this is even a full idle animation. Yes, it is. Just looks fantastic. Great texturing, great modeling, great character design here. Looks awesome stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Fortunately, Discord seems to have eaten those. Is this one gonna load for us? It's loading. It's loading. The anticipation is killing me. Still loading? Come on, Discord. All right, I'm gonna give it 5 more seconds. Thank you for making an image won't load thread. I see that and I appreciate it. We checked out this one in the last stream, but super cool stuff here by Jello Kaiser. Very cool stuff. And we get to see Monkey's first model in full detail here, and all the little details on the hair, the cloth look awesome. Same with Alex Wonderboo's model right here. Cool stuff. We checked out this one last stream. This is super cool. This is by Jake House, which we might have actually looked at this in the previous stream, but in any case, very cool texturing here. Love how the hair is rendered. I love this facial expression. Very cool stuff indeed by Jake House. And there's more detailed shots of Monkey's submission, including a pose variation. Looks awesome. You can really appreciate all the texturing detail then. Very cool stuff. This one is by Joni_LOL. This looks fantastic. I love the coloring choices here, like the pinks and the blues, and all the little detailing on their body here. That is so much like use of the texture space, you know, and you love to see that. Everything here is like very well realized and turned out fantastic. And just the colors in general, I love like these little bursts of green on the shoulders as well, and in the eye. That's so fun. And great use of emissions here as well. So super cool stuff by Joni_LOL. Next up, we have one of the cooler submissions in my opinion, and one of the most underrated ones by Serp Monster? I believe that's how you pronounce your name, Serp Monster. Look at how cool this is. This is like a, I don't know, a fish like firefighter or fish like rescue team operator, something along those lines, or explorer. Could be a lot of interpretations of exactly what this outfit means, right? But the colors look so good, and the texturing in general, it's so clean. It's just such a fantastic character design. We talk about appeal a lot in these streams, or at least we have in these past 2 streams, and this is just such an appealing character design. It just looks so good. The colors look so nice. So super underrated submission right here by Cert Monster. Fantastic stuff. More lovely submission by Rails, which we went through last time, so I'm not going to cover again. Very cool stuff. This one by Holly05350. Definitely feels a little... Well, this one, this image anyway, it feels a little like a mix between, if I had to guess, Grand Theft Auto mixed with like Parappa the Rappa. That's the vibe I get anyway. But super cool stuff. Love the love all the details in here. It definitely reminds me of Parappa the Rappa. I'll let chat decide if they also get that vibe, but super fun stuff. I love the headband as well. That's cute. Very cool stuff here by Holly, also aka Easty. Very cool stuff. Next up, we got this submission by Snake Arts. There's definitely some storytelling going on here. Oh, I love how that leg looks. That's so cool. That's so fun. I love that. There's just a giant chunk taken out of both of their sides of their body. So fun. Love that. Super cool submission here by Snake Arts. And I love the color choices as well. Feels a little Bomber Cyberpunk in my mind. Very cool stuff. Awesome. This one's by Fruit, which I believe we talked about last stream, but very cool stuff. Great submission. Talked about this one as well. Talked about this one as well. Talked about this one as well. Don't think we talked about this one by Malville. But lovely submission of Pearl. Not Pearl. Oh, Peridot from Steven Universe. I've never watched Steven Universe. I'm Googling right now. Oh my god, I guessed right the second time. Let's go. But yes, lovely character model of Peridot from Steven Universe. Looks great. Great texturing. I like this. I wonder if this must be done through shaders. These highlights right here. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff by Malville. This submission right here by King Idea. Very cool stuff indeed. I love the little scratching and texturing on the shield here. And more importantly, if we scroll up here, look at this pose shot. Look at these pose shots, they're so good. So cool. I want to game with this character so much. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I feel going through all of these submissions, Solinar. Like, so many of these submissions, I'll just look at them and it's like, damn, this would look fantastic in a video game. This would look so good. I really hope that some people are getting these skills and immediately taking them to something like Godot or Unity or whatever, because they would be right at home. These models would work perfectly in those engines. I really hope you all realize that. They would work so well. With a little bit of upfront effort, you could get something looking fantastic in those engines. Like, look at this pose, man. It looks so good. King Idea did great here. You can see the detailing on the shield right there. I love these weapon choices as well. So cool. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of water, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm dipping my toes into Godot. Hell yeah. Awesome. Cool stuff. All right, next submission right here by Meow9644. This is so cute. Look at this. Oh, you get even close-up shot? Look, the texturing here looks so good. Holy gazongas, Batman. Pretty cool though. But look at the different facial expressions there as well. This is kind of a low-res GIF, unfortunately, but still, great submission here by Meow. This looks so cute. I love all the different facial expressions there. There's clearly a lot of time went into like rendering those out and making them look as polished as they could, and the shading here in general looks really nice. Super cute submission. Awesome stuff by Meow. Very cool. This one is so cool. Look how creative this is, this Gwenpool submission, where they're like physically coming out of the Blender UI. That's so creative and awesome. What a great idea for a submission, and it just turned out awesome. Great texturing, great rendering, great shading. I love it. This is by Cyan Ampersand. Cyan Ampersand. Wait, right? Cyan Ampersand, yes. Great model, great execution, great idea in general. So creative, such a fun result. Super cool stuff. Next up, we have this submission right here by Cyvix, which is really cool. So you get this front view of them, right? But you also have this full animation of them as well. And once again, Cyvix, it looks like you might be using Filmic or Ajax color transforms. Just bear that in mind for future stuff, but this, you know, putting that aside, this is fantastic. Texturing, so detailed, so awesome. Awesome submission there by Cyvix. Super cool stuff. We already went over that one. Same with this one by Looney. Great submissions there. Same with this one we went over. This one I don't believe we did. This is by Ortani. This is awesome stuff. Every time I see a model like this, it's just like, dude, it's gonna be so hard to try to pick winners. There's so many good submissions for this contest. But this looks phenomenal. This clearly like angel type character with just so many things going on. There's so many moving parts. Not only is their face animated, but their wings are animated on different rates. They have this super cool like looping part where the eyes are kind of just rotating around their head like that. What a super cool submission. Wonderful texturing, super fun character design. We even get a full breakdown right here. Only 964 triangles actually. Fascinating. You can see they're using image plane transparency for the wings, which is very smart. Makes a lot of sense for a model like this. And you get these wonderful thick outlines on the wings here that just look awesome. Super cool stuff. I love these thick outlines in general on this character model. Oh yeah, Ortani, thank you for joining the stream. This looks amazing. I love the giant sleeves now that I'm looking at it again. They don't even have hands, but they don't even need them because you wouldn't see them. Which is a very smart way to save some polygons and some texture space. Super cool stuff. Biblically accurate. So true. So true, lols. We looked at this one, so we're not gonna look at it again, but very great submission by George. Great submission by Soul. I believe we also looked at this. Very cool stuff. Super cool stuff. But now we get to see the actual turnaround drawing. Very cool stuff by Soul. Oh my god, we're actually getting through it, folks. This technically says the 15th, but we're way over halfway if I'm seeing the 15th. We're gonna do it, folks. We're almost gone through every submission in the challenge, except the ones that didn't load. We'll get there. This is by Randy the Rookie, and it looks great. Very cute little submission here. I love the texturing right here. I love the face detailing. I like the little highlights on the top of the hat right there and the gold parts. It's fun. And the shoes. Super cool stuff by Randy. Very cool. I don't know why these got put sideways, but... Oh, I see why. Okay. Well, still, nonetheless, cool submission there by Randy. This one is fantastic. We might have looked at this on Blue Sky. I don't entirely remember. But this is by Superfloshi? Superflossily. One of those two. This is just awesome. This is like this feels like a piece of art, the way this is composed, and you have this wonderful quote-unquote base plate here with hand-drawn detail. That's so fun. And all these different little effects around the character. Oh man, I didn't even notice that they're like also chained up, which is super cool. That looks so awesome. This is just a fantastic... There's so many little details here in the bag, and the coin, and each individual part of the model here. And this gold ring they have around their horns as well, and the hair. Everything, almost everything here is like animated as well. Super cool stuff. Lovely little submission here by Superflosley. And you can see right here, they have all of this detail in well under 1024 triangles. Super cool stuff. I believe we talked about this already, but it's the Game Grumps. It's pretty awesome. I am biased because I love the Game Grumps, but this is so cool. This is also by Trash Games. Very cool stuff. It looks like, I'm just noticing this now, they probably should have applied a mirror modifier in the center and then did the UV unwrap there. But, you know, this still looks great. This is great texturing. I love all the shading right here, all the detailing on the shoes and the jeans, and the hands. Aaron Hansen, haha, get it anyway. We also got Danny here. It looks great. I love how the hair looks here. I love the shading. I love the expression. This feels very Danny. Aaron also feels very Aaron. This is great. Awesome, awesome stuff. This submission by Cobalt Velvet, we also looked at already, but it's fantastic stuff. Lovely submission. This submission by Doom Kitty 3000, who I believe is in the chat right now, is awesome. Super simple, but I love how the shading worked out here. It's super cool stuff. And I love all the little different hair strands and the cat ears. This is just adorable. Great, great shading, great colors. You'll love to see it. Awesome submission there by Doom Kitty. Very cool stuff. Next up, we have this submission right here by Oxadav, which I believe was also on Blue Sky and we already looked at, but nevertheless, we get some more details of the texture shading going on here, and it's awesome, awesome stuff. Even have this idle animation, all the different facial expressions here, like so much detail and thought went into this model. It looks fantastic. Awesome, awesome stuff here. Look at all the details here, all the different little scars and scratch marks on them. That's super, super cool stuff. Very unique character design. Awesome, awesome stuff. This one, man, did we look at this one? I don't think we did. Oh man, I am totally blanking on the name of this character, but they're hilarious. Chat, please back me up. Please back me up, chat. Who is this again? They're hysterical. I believe they're like a puppet character, right? From shoot, I don't remember. They're awesome though. Oh my god. I'm totally blanking on this character, but they're hilarious. Someone in the chat's gonna know. Someone's gonna know. But yeah, awesome, awesome stuff there. Giancarlos Boroque? Giancarlos Boroque? One of those? Thank you, Emmy. Yes. They're so good. They're so good. 31 minutes. I see. All right. Very cool stuff going on there. Love this. I love this submission. I've only talked about the character, but I just love this. I love how the eyes turned out in the mouth. It really feels like it's out of a video game in like a really good way. And the way the guitar is textured, so fun. So great submission there by Kuko Mimi. It's from the show 31 Minutos. Ah, okay. All right, great stuff there. Love that character, love that submission. We already looked at this one previously. Super fun character design, great submission. This one's by Biscuits PhD. Super cool stuff. I love the shading. Absolutely adore that hair shading and the way this face is drawn. And all the different details right here. So cool. Love the detailing in the shoes as well. Jacket, awesome stuff. Look at this walk. Oh, excuse me, that's not a walk, that's a run. Very cool. I love this submission by Biscuits PhD. Great texturing, great animations work going on here as well. Super cool. For those who are just joining now, remember, this is a public Discord server. You can join it right now by using the link in the description below. And yeah, we're gonna keep going here because we're getting super close. This is by Offbeat Shiva, and I love this submission. It's so cute. I do not know why this person's shirt says toe, but I love this. I love this design. I love how chunky the shapes are. I love the face texture. It's so cool. Super cool stuff. We even have this lovely little animation here with what looks like vertex jitter, which is really cool. Very PlayStation 1 inspired. Super cool stuff. By Offbeat Shiva. This is your first ever model in Toe is a math rock band I love? Hell yeah. Very cool stuff, Shiba. Super, super cool. Yeah, great job for your first model too. That's fantastic. Turned out awesome, Shiba. Super cool stuff. Very, very cool. All right, we're gonna keep going here. So this is by Dunkle Gay. We got a lot of submissions with the word gay in them today. Slash positive. This is obviously Papyrus, and I absolutely love this submission. We might have gone over at least one of their submissions on Blue Sky, but look at his face here. This is hilarious. This is awesome. You can't really see this because I'm in the way, but look at that face expression. It's so funny. It's actually hilarious. It's so good. I love how this model turned out. The Papyrus by Dunkle Gay. And this is like, whoa, I don't know what I'm looking at. Look at the facial expression. Like, oh my god. I don't know what this is, but it's great. Dunkle Gay's killing it. This submission, or this challenge, I swear. These are both like so expressive. It's awesome. This submission is by Lil Nolly? And great, super simple texturing here. But I love how it turned out. Love the shading. Love how the hair shading is done in like blob shapes, kind of. That's fun. That's interesting. I like how this turned out. Lil Nolly. Very cool stuff. And cool animation here as well. I like how the hair is jiggling around here as well. It looks really clean. Very cool stuff. More of Rail's submissions right there. Awesome. And here is a submission by Coil. I'm gonna say Coil because that's easier to say. This is crazy looking. What a wild character design. Super interesting color choices. Super wild, super out there. But I love to see the just sheer variety of character designs we got this challenge. It's super awesome. Very cool stuff. Awesome stuff by Coil. Very cool. And we are in the home stretch here, folks. We are almost done with going through every single challenge in this submission, which is crazy. But before I finish things off here, I am going to do, I'm going to go into Blender, go into object mode, press Shift plus A, press the text button, press backspace, go to edit mode, press backspace, type the words BRB, rotate them, scale them, put them right next to Ratsune here. Which pose makes the most sense? This pose makes more sense to me. Yeah, let's do this. And I will be right back, because I have to use restroom. But I'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned, because we're about to finish off this stream really soon here, which is crazy. Someone said, like, before I started this stream, like, oh yeah, make sure to tune into something along the lines of like, oh yeah, make sure to tune to the next one. It's gonna be a long one. I was like, nah, I'm gonna zip through these. Then we're like, how far into the stream are we now? Like 2 hours? Holy crap. But we're almost done. I swear we are so close to being done with every single submission, which is crazy. If your submission does not load, by all means, post it to that thread of images that are not loading. But yes, I will be right back, folks. Stay tuned.
The bosses of greed and I'm ready, but I'm ready to take them down now. The time for a new start is constantly drawing nearer. A river in a dry land, the lessons in a lost head. When the hope of new beginnings burned our feet, now we needed a heartbeat for demon. Oasis in the sea's land, remind us we're here for creating new life, creating rivers in the desert. When a cool drop of water's all I need, gotta clear my head of anger and greed. A place to refresh heart and mind. Can I find some time? And rivers and dry land, the last days in lost head. When the hope of new beginnings burned our feet, now we needed a heartbeat for demon. Oasis in the sea's land, remind us what we're here for, creating new life, creating rivers in the desert.
Hello, thank you for being patient, everyone. I was just thinking about this. This is probably going to be the last stream I do in this house before we move. So thank you for stopping by, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and your patience, getting this stream, this challenge done in general, because I know it's kind of expected to be done sooner, but we're figuring it out. We're doing it live. We're almost done looking through every single submission in this challenge, which is crazy. So thank you for your patience, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. And we are almost done with our submissions here. We've looked through every submission on Blue Sky. We've looked through every submission on Twitter. Now it's time to review the very last submissions here on Discord here. And last up, we looked at this one by Coil, and now we're going to review the remaining submissions here. So, hello, Profidor. Yes, your submission was reviewed earlier. Absolutely. Some of these submissions did fail to load, but we do have a image won't load thread in this public Discord server, which, if you don't know, this is a public Discord server which you can join by clicking the link in the description below. But let's finish this off by checking out this submission by J. Kaus 0725, which turned out awesome. Look at the texturing here. I love this facial expression. The texturing here turned out phenomenal. Very cool stuff. I love the use of colors and the horns right here as well. And the little hair at the top here looks so good. Very cool stuff. This submission turned out fantastic. We checked out this one by Pixelated Burb last stream, but very good stuff. Alien, cute, very cute Alien OC. This one is by Dunkelgay. This is one of the crazier submissions, I have to say. This is awesome. I love, look how much variation there is in the eye shape here. It just turns to mush almost in the bottom right. It turns so tiny, but I love it. I love this so much. I love this giant, like, fully textured mouth as well. Man, Dunkelgay was like popping out 3 submissions and they're all so funny and expressive. These are all great. Oh my god. Oh my god, the ear. I just noticed the ear texture. That's scary. That is legit kind of scary. But these turned out awesome. These are fantastic submissions. Looks like Grimace and Gengar had a disgusting baby in a good way. They did. Honestly, yeah, they did. Glorified version of Pokemon. PS2 style Gengar, absolutely. Yeah, this turned out fantastic. It is awesome. This one is by Wily Beast. And the texturing here is so simple, but so effective. This looks so good. What a great character design. I love how even the boots are textured. Just everything about this just is fantastic. By Wily Beast. Awesome, awesome submission there. These did not load, but this one did. The McDonald's at the Pentagon submission. So good. So this is probably the submission with the most characters in one submission. At a whole 4 characters, but man, that's awesome, awesome stuff. Wonderful, wonderful submission there by Cha-Cha Kool-Aid. Awesome stuff. And it's just, I love the facial expressions here. So simple, but so cute. And I love how there's like everything is posed here to tell a story. That's great. The McDonald's and the Pentagon submission. Wonderful. This one's by Fine Curry and has beautiful texturing. Such an interesting, unique texturing style. Super fun colors. I love how the face looks. Super cool stuff. By Fine Curry there. This one is by Karinat, right? Karinat? Cowrant? One of those two. Cowrant or Karinat. This is fantastic. I believe they're in the low poly modeling server that we have exclusively as a part of buying the course. And this is awesome. I love the texturing here. I love like the dithering. Look how clean that face texture looks. Same with these like little clips in the hair and the hair shading look phenomenal. They look so good. Like, look at these poses as well. This is just fantastic stuff. Again, we're talking about this earlier, but just I can absolutely just see this in a game. It would fit in so well. And I love how different parts of the limbs are like segmented like this. Just phenomenal texturing. This model looks awesome. And I love the posing and the texturing on the gun as well. This stuff is so cool. Very cool stuff. We checked out that one already. Here is another absolutely incredible submission that I think is just so underrated. This one is by TenZin_. Did we look over this one already on Blue Sky? Maybe? I don't think so. I think this was Discord exclusive if I remember correctly. But the detailing here, it's okay. This is simple, right? It's a very simple character design, but my god, is it effective and so expressive. Like the different facial expressions here and the posing and the way everything is presented, like, and this like design he has on his shirt. This is phenomenal stuff. And the way that there's a shadow just under their head here. This is the shading here and the texture detail. It's not the most complicated thing in the world, but it's so effective. It's so expressive. And again, it's just such an appealing character design. So this is a wonderful submission here by TenZin. One of the more underrated ones in my opinion, because I think this just looks fantastic. You can see the UV map in the top right there. Simple stuff, but it works so well. Absolutely looks fantastic. We checked this one out already. This is definitely a reference to something that I do not understand. By Chake? I believe that's how you're saying their name, but I mean, yeah, there you go. I like the texture detail on the clothing, but man, I just don't understand this reference in the slightest. Someone in the chat knows what this is, let me know. Next up, we have the submission by Cardix. Very cool stuff. I love the little bleh in the mouth. Very cute. And are those bunny ears? Look like they might be, yeah. Super cute submission by Cardix. Very cool stuff. I believe we looked at this one by Sulfur Studios already. But this is a wonderful little model, Pokemon model. I love the texture detailing here. Very simple, flat colors, but it looks great. You can see the version with the outline there as well. Looks awesome. Looks fantastic. And you even have an idle animation here. This looks super, super cool. Awesome submission here by Sulfur Studios. We checked this one out already as well. This one is fantastic. Another extremely underrated submission, in my opinion, of this like Candle Girl character design with the fire out of their, like the lit candlestick on their head. Look at this. The shading is so clean. What a fun idea for a character design. I love the little details in the clothing as well. Just great use of colors as well. It's just so good. Look at this character design. What a fun, simple, but effective character design. That's really what I wanted this challenge to be about, is like, even if you're new to Blender or newer, I still want to see submissions like this, where it's like, I still love to see submissions like this, rather, where it's not the most complicated thing in the world, but it's just executed so cleanly and so well that it just puts a smile on your face, where it's just like, dang, that is so creative. What a fun character design. What a fun submission. Awesome texturing. Just looks awesome. Super, super cool. Reminds me of mouthwashing with the style of the eyes. Absolutely, Solinar. Absolutely. So here is this submission by Polypop 3D, which I believe we might have looked in the first or second stream of the Office Lady character, but this is so cute. I love the shading in the tights here. I love the way the face is textured, the highlighting in the hair as well, and the little sash she has right here on her top. It's so cute. And the fully modeled hand still has very impressive stuff by Polypop 3D. Super cute posing as well. It just looks great. So great cute submission by Polypop 3D there. This submission right here is by Crafter2908. Clearly a scary character, but nice texturing here as well. Very cool stuff. Interesting rendering style as well. You don't see that too often, but again, I could see this in an indie horror game in a heartbeat, which you love to see. I love seeing submissions where it's just like, I can see this in a video game instantly. Super cool stuff by Crafter there. We talked about this one by Aulukuro. But this is fantastic. Wonderful lighting, wonderful texturing. Go check out the previous streams if you have not seen that yet. This one is by Path to Nowhere Lover 99, and this one has wonderful texturing. I love the way this face is made, and the face is drawn and textured. It looks fantastic. And the way all these details of the clothing look, it's so cool. So cool. And the highlighting of the hair, that's so cool. So cool. And we have this posed version as well, which I like even more. Super clean texturing work here and great facial expression. It looks so cute. Look at the elf ears as well. We got a lot of elf ears this challenge, but I'm not complaining. Super fun. This one is by Grimoria. And it has wonderful clean shading. Wonderful shading, wonderful colors here. I can see why this got like 1 billion upvotes, because it's so clean, but it's so well executed. Looks fantastic. This one is just a turnaround, but it looks awesome by Luafy? Looks awesome. Very cool stuff. We checked out this one by Kokorose. We don't need to do that again. Same with that one. This one is by Drawn Cuta. Very cute rendering style here. Again, I could instantly see this in an indie game. Super cute detailing on the shorts here and the socks. I love that little bow there. And this interesting like textural effect you put on the skin. It almost looks like they're made of like, what do I say? Like cardboard almost, but it's like on, it's fun. I like it. I love that noise. That's so interesting of an effect. And I love how the hair looks and the eyes look here as well. It's super, super cute. Very cute model there by Drawn Cuta. This one by Taekim. I actually wish the turnaround drawing was visible here, but alas it's not, because it's an amazing turnaround drawing. And this turned out super, super cute. They used every last triangle to their advantage here. Look how cute the hair looks. Look how cute the body looks, everything. I do wish we could see the turnaround because it's beautiful. But nonetheless, this Noah character they made looks so good. So good. So Taekim did an awesome, awesome job on the texturing here and the character design because it looks awesome. Very, very cool stuff. Next up, we have this submission by Overtron. Very cool. I'm trying to remember her name. I believe it's Momo Ayase from... Yeah, Momo Ayase from... oh my god, what's the name of the anime? I'm blanking. Oh my god, I'm blanking. I'm so blanking right now. Oh my god, it's like the most popular anime on the planet right now, and I'm totally forgetting the name of it. Chat's gonna correct me in like 2 seconds here. But in any case, very cute Momo model. Very cute texturing. And this is a super early submission. This is like 5 days in, which is super fast. This submission is fantastic by Fang. Very simple again, but it looks awesome. Dadadon, thank you, Ashton. Thank you, Ashton. Dadadon, thank you. That's the name of the anime. But this one is another fantastic model by Fang. It just looks so clean. I love the composition and posing here, as well as the texturing. It looks, again, it's not the most complicated thing in the world, but it looks so clean. It's just really well executed. And I love how there's even like a prop here utilized to kind of add this composition in a way that's not super high poly, but it just looks great. So really nice submission there by Fang. Reminds me of those DS Dragon Ball Origin games. Interesting. That's so specific. I'm gonna have to take your word for it, Namahage. Or Dragon's Quest. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah, super cool submission here by Fang. This one is by Specs and Smiles, and I love... Look at this flip phone animation, by the way. Look at this. The use of different expressions. Oh, and like these little like quote unquote like emoticon things that pop out from them. Or like little effects. That's so fun. What a fun animation they have for their character here. And just brilliant texturing, brilliant use of colors by Specs and Smiles here. This is so cool. Super cool stuff. This one is by Gigawatt, which is, wait, no, Gigawatt Gigwatt. Excuse me. And this is fantastic. Super simple use of colors, but it looks awesome. Super, I love this part at the top as well. What an interesting silhouette this has. Fully posable hands here once again, and fingers, which looks super, super good and clean. And what a cute character design. I love these giant glasses. Super cool stuff. Very, very nice use of colors as well. I like the colored background. Very cool stuff right there by Gigawatt. That's so hard to say. Now, unfortunately, whatever this was is not loading. So if you're watching the stream, you're going to have to put that in the image won't load form, because unfortunately this just doesn't work, sadly. Not your fault at all. That's just Discord being Discord. Next up, we're getting down to the wire, folks. These are the very, very last submissions, aka the very, very first Discord submissions. Super early on, we had this very cute submission by Chariot. And look at how clean this texturing is. This looks just absolutely fantastic. I love the highlighting in the hair here, this little gradient effect we have, and I just love how this face is rendered. That looks absolutely beautiful. and the hair shadow we have right here being cast onto the face, and these like little, I don't know, bee angel wings they have, as well as these, what might very well be a hair cards for the hair, like those transparent image planes. Look fantastic. And look at the shading on the skirt here as well, the little details on the socks and the shoes. This is adorable. And the halo as well, it's super well realized, super cute texturing by Cherat there. Super cute stuff. Turned out amazing. Next up, we have a submission by Run as the Awaken? Run as the Awaken, I believe their name is. And this is super cool. Yeah, unfortunately, this is just a Blender viewport screenshot, not like a super zoomed in or posed render, but still very cool. And we see it's under that 1024 triangle limit. We got fully textured pants and everything. So super cool, detailed texture submission right there by Run as the Awaken. Cool stuff. We're down to the wire, folks. This actually might be the very last submission that actually loads before we get to the actual image doesn't load thread. So the very last submission in this thread, it's by Decaf Coffee of the main character from Devil is a Part-Timer, who I don't remember the name of at the top of my head. But this is super fun. Super fun submission. Very fun texturing here. Fun rendering too. Again, I could just absolutely see this in an in-anime skit or a mobile game or some kind of like retro-inspired Devil's a Part-Timer game. Like, it's super fun stuff. Fun texturing, awesome stuff going on there. I love how the hair looks as well. Really cool silhouette going on there by Decaf Coffee. And with that, there are actually some more submissions here that don't load properly, unfortunately. So hopefully you all can get that into image don't load thread if you are watching this. But that's it. Everything beyond this point is submissions from a previous contest we have. Oh my god, it's Sylvie! So cute! But yeah, that is, somehow we have gone through almost every single submission in this contest, which is crazy. We just have to go to that image won't load thread. So let's do that. I'm gonna switch over to my start screen. Unfortunately, it looks like there's no images been posted there so far. Oh wait, unless this is the wrong one. Here we go. All right, so here is the thread for unloaded images. This is a submission by Purple Light, which looks super cool. That's awesome. I love this like pixelated texturing style. That's so fun. I don't think I've seen this one, Purple Light. Very cool. Very, very cool texturing style. I love this pixelated texturing style. Very cool stuff. Awesome. And there's more images being here as well. All right, folks. That is every single submission. We have gone through every single one. So there is Purple Light's awesome submission here. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this contest. It's a lot of work that had to go into this, but I'm super happy with the amazing results that you all made. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for making these amazing models. With that, we are actually done with looking through all of these submissions live. So if you are interested, I've heard this from a few people, if you're interested in doing more live streams like this, where we kind of monthly try to take a peek at what the community is working on, so things like 3D models that the community made or animations that have been made in our Discord community, by all means, feel free to join that Discord community below, because we have an amazing set of people there who are super active. And yeah, if you're interested in if you're interested in the Gumroad course, which is linked in the description below, you can get access to our private Discord community, which I try to be a little bit more active in. And we have an amazing dedicated set of people there who are super serious about learning 3D modeling as well, if you're interested in that sort of thing. But that about covers it. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream today and this whole modeling journey. this is not the end of it. I'm still going to be making a 1024 challenge winners announcement video, which I have not actually decided on the winners yet. Still working on that. But once that video is done, the 1024 challenge will finally be concluded, because yes, there will be winners for this challenge, if you did not know that. So thank you all so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope you have a great day and take care. Thanks for joining me on this stream and this awesome model